Yeah, we're doing the final honey pull off the final yard. I actually made some fume boards to try here. So I just took a regular lid, because mine have a feeder shim on them, so it lifts them up a little bit, and I just stapled a rag on it, and then I put my honey bandit on there and put them on top. What I found was if the boxes are really nice and drawn out really clean, they do a great job of pushing the bees out. If there's some spots that they've joined it at top and blocked that airflow going down, the bees will hold up in it. And then I was using my little blower to finish blowing them out. But if you're putting nice clean frames on, and they fill them and you pull it right after the flow, they're all capped really nice and you can see down through them, I think this is a fabulous way to get the bees out. Does it pretty darn quick and really, gets a lot of them. So I'll probably set up some more with a little better felt on them and things. And it's pretty cold out here too. I'm not getting a lot of sun on the lid, which they say helps. But it did a pretty darn good job pushing them down. I do have a couple of boxes that are left here that still have some brood in them. It won't push them off the brood. So when I had bees clustered in a couple spots that wouldn't push off, I took a look and there was still a little capped brood on them. So we'll leave those for a little while. Let them finish emerging and get down through the queen excluder, and then we'll come pull those. And those are some of this one whole pallet right here is just mean. I don't know how all four of those are mean, but they are. So we'll have to come back and fight them again for their boxes. I've been doing a few varroa washes while we've been here, because I'm waiting on these fume boards to push the bees out. So this is the yard I did not pull brood out of. This yard I just came through and was hitting them with oxalic acid. I did it like four times every 3 to 4 days. Then one of my machines broke and I didn't get back to finish. I wanted to do another couple shots, but the highest wash I had was a 3 in this colony, and this colony probably has more bees in it than any other box of bees here. It is absolutely jam full, and lots of cat brood in it still too. So I'm going to assume with her laying that hard, that's what I was getting. I wasn't getting the kill with the vapor. And the other one I washed a 2 and I washed a 0. So those aren't too bad. Now over at my other yard where I pulled brood frames and checked them, I had a couple of them over there that were high, a 9 and a 15. What I was finding was those were the ones that my grandson River was pulling the brood out of. The ones that I checked that I had done, the numbers were 0s and 1s, 2s. He wasn't getting as many boxes of brood as I was getting, so I have suspicion he wasn't pulling it quite as hard, and so he left more cat brood in there. And it's a little tough when you're doing that, when you find a frame that's 50% cap and 50% open. Do you take that one or not? And it may have just been that the ones that he was going through had that. They just didn't have that much capped on there, but overall there was quite a bit. So I've ordered some Apiguard, the thymol treatment, which I had planned to put on this fall anyway. I was going to wait a little later, but I'll start getting that on as soon as it gets here, and get the heavier ones knocked back and take out the remainder of what's left. Overall, most of the bees are looking really good. Last year, this time of year was when they were really dwindling. It started going downhill. And so I'm not really seeing that so far this year. So that's good. I'm sure there will be some more losses and some combining to be done in the next month or so. I do have one I went in to do a varroa check, and they are requeening. So we'll see how they make it out of that. It bothers me when they try to do it this late. We still have drones for them to mate with. That's not my issue. It's just if things go wrong, there's not a lot of time to fix stuff, because our season is just about over. We're going to rain the next 3 or 4 days, then we'll get a little better weather again, but there's no more flows. We don't get a fall flow here. They're pretty much done. So you know, it's a problem. It's a problem if they have queen issues. You got to start combining. And I have a few queens in some nuke boxes, but not a lot. So anyway, we'll see where it goes and how we end up with. But I'm gonna be happy to get the last of this darn honey off of here.